What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another video taking a look at NIO Stock, ticker symbol NIO. We'll take a look at how NIO Stock traded this past week. We'll talk about some news related to NIO Stock, key levels of support and resistance, and where we think NIO Stock could be headed in the near future. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on NIO are. And I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me go ahead and hit record, and we will get right into the video. So NIO actually ended the week on a small green note, but that does not kind of tell the whole story. We actually had a red week overall, going from kind of starting in the 37s, breaking above, almost hitting the $40 here in the pre-market, to selling off pretty steeply at the beginning of the day to the 36s, steeply sell off beginning of the day for the next kind of 3 days, and then ending the week here in the $36.09 mark. Some things that I want to talk about with NIO Stock actually is that I didn't make a video on it this week, but what happened a few days ago was they actually had a deal where they are going to be working with Sinopec, with a NIO Sinopec partnership, to launch Power Swap Station 2.0, which is a pretty big deal because Sinopec is a Chinese oil giant, so that partnership could be great for both sides. The reason being, right, it's the biggest in China, the biggest integrated oil company in China, with both upstream and downstream operations, and it's the largest refinery in the world, second number of gas stations in the world, right? So what Sinopec is doing with this is a strategic kind of looking forward to the days when the world isn't so dependent on oil, and they're starting to make that transition to being kind of in the renewable energy space. And they're going to work to develop battery swapping, high power, fast DC charging. So that's great, right? They're going to work together on smart EV tech, battery as a service, vehicle purchasing, and recreational facility constructions. I think this could be great for both companies. Of course, I care more about NIO because I'm a NIO shareholder. But the fact that it helps both companies is great because they could grow and really take advantage of a lot of things together as they move forward. So absolutely great news to see with NIO Stock. So now let's talk about some key levels of support, key levels of resistance that we have coming up, and then we'll take a look at what we see here. So what I want to do real quick is actually want to draw another support line for us here. As we could see, twice that we've visited these levels, we've stopped at kind of the $34 level, actually a little bit lower than where I've drawn it, 34.02. That works right here on March 26th, and then here on just this past Friday. Key levels of support, key levels of resistance. The first level of support we have is what I just drew here in the $34 mark, and then we got run room down to the $31.94 level. Hopefully we don't visit that, right? We have not gone down to that level since early March, and we did have a nice push up into the 40s after that. But what we're also looking at here, you guys, is a potential head and shoulder. So shoulder, head, shoulder. So it's really important that we stay above kind of the $30 mark, really maybe even this $31.90 mark. So again, 34 first level of support, 31.90 our second level of support. On the upside, we got this right here, the 35.80s level as our first level of resistance, and then we got the 38.53 before we get to the $40 mark. As you guys can see, NIO has been selling off a lot. Our RSI is at 39. If you take a look at many other stocks or the overall market in the S&P and the QQQs, doing a lot better than NIO. So hopefully NIO starts to turn around here real quick for us. Another thing that I wanted to cover real quick, let me hide all drawings. EMAs are not looking too great, right? We can't even stay above the 8 EMAs, so that's definitely not a good sign. Hopefully we start to push up there. But what I really want to cover is the 200-day moving average line. what you'll see here is, you know, we're above that line. We have been, and thankfully, you know, it held up as good support level the past 2 days, Thursday and Friday. So hopefully we see that soon. But the other kind of side of that is that we've got a potential resistance level coming up in the 50-day moving average. So if you take a look, or excuse me, in the 20-day moving average, as you could see, since pretty much you know, April 5th, we've hit up against that a couple times, but we haven't been able to break above it. Good news is this 200-day is still holding up as support. So this 200-day, which is at 34.93, is holding up as good support, which is great news for us. But the other side of that is, you know, this 38 could pose as a little bit of a challenge for us to break above. So hopefully we see that coming up this week. And then the 50-day could be another kind of level that we look at, but that's all the way up at 45. So we got a long way to go before we get there. Earnings are coming up in about 11 days. So not this week, but the next. That week's going to be big with earnings. Apple's reporting then as well. So hopefully we see a little bit of a run into earnings. That's what I'm hoping for. As you can see, right, NIO is at 39 RSI, so a little bit more on the oversold side. Still long-term bullish on NIO. I'm hoping for a turnaround here quick. Long term, I think it goes up from here. Short term, right, there's definitely volatility, as we could see here. I do, you know, continuing to hold my one leap going out to 2023, and then holding my NIO shares, hoping for a full recovery. Hoping that we see a run into earnings, which could be either, you know, sometime early to late this week, early next week. One thing to note that is, you know, NIO was hit with kind of that chip shortage. That's the only thing that kind of concerns me. If their numbers, their growth numbers were not kind of as we projected, but it's very possible that some of that's already kind of, you know, built into this price since, again, RSI of 39. Take a look at S&P, all-time highs, right? On Friday, RSI 74, way overbought. You take a look at QQQs, right? 67 RSI, making all-time highs, definitely overbought. And you take a look at NIO, right? RSI very, very close to being oversold. So I've got hope as long as this 200-day moving average holds up. We push up. Next target would be break above the 38, 39. Hopefully we see that early this week. And then we get run room all the way to the 50-day moving average at $45. So that's all I have for you guys today. Remaining bullish on NIO. I just think it's just needing some time before it starts to push up again. The other thing that we'll talk about hopefully sometime this week is I see a potential bull pennant forming. So we'll talk about that a little bit later this week and see if that holds up. Actually, let me just go ahead and draw it now. Again, this isn't confirmed. Don't, you know, go out and do anything with this just yet. Until we can get some level of confirmation that it is indeed that bull pennant. So that's what we're looking at here, you guys. So yeah, main thing is this thing holding, and then kind of what it does here in the next couple of days, and we hopefully see a little bit of a run out of that. So that's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on NIO are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.